What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel and you like haircut tutorials, beard tutorials, ASMR videos, or just grooming tip videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button because we got a lot more content like that coming. We do post videos once a week. But for today's video, I'm gonna go over how to go ahead and just kind of taper down your sideburns a little bit after it's been a few weeks to a month after a haircut, because your sideburns do start to get longer. So I'm gonna go over tips and tricks on how to clean that up, right? So stay tuned. Alright guys, so for this video, like I said, I'm going to be going over tapering the sideburns. We're not going to go down to like bald, but we are going to just go over how to clean these up a little bit. Mine aren't too long, but as you can tell, they're starting to stick out and cover over my line. So this is a good thing to do before you line up your beard, because usually you have hangover hairs, and when you go to line up your beard, it might look sharp, but then once you comb it through or whatever, you might notice that you dug in too deep or there's hairs in the way. So you want to clean these up a little bit. So first, obviously what you're going to need is a clipper. I'm using the Gamma Alpha clippers right here. You get these on Amazon or a Gamma. I'll have the links down below if you guys want to purchase yours. And then you're going to need some guards, which the clippers do come with guards. They come with a full set, which is great. And I'll walk through the numbers and what to do. What we're going to do is just taper down the sideburns a little bit. So one side, I'm going to show how to taper down going from bigger numbers to smaller numbers. And then on one side, I'm going to show you how to go from smaller numbers to bigger numbers. Just to be safe, go ahead and get a bigger number. So this is a number 4 guard. If you're in the UK or Europe, this is a 13 millimeter, right? So 13 millimeter or number 4 guard or a 1/2 inch, okay? So you're going to go ahead and put that on the clipper, snap that on. You're going to have the lever all the way closed, all right? So closed means it's closer to 0. Opened is a little bit longer. Okay, so you had no guard on there and you had it completely closed, this would be a 0. And if you opened it all the way, that would be a 1/2. That's what they call a 1/2, blade open. So blade closed and blade open. All right, so blade closed with a 4 guard, and all you're gonna do is kind of just come down on the sideburns and just cut. So depending on how long your sideburns are under, it's gonna cut. Mine's not too long, so it's not gonna really cut anything, but I'm just gonna go over the steps. Okay, just like that. Put it straight on your face, come straight down. Don't dig into your beard, because then you're gonna cut all that length, just like that, if you do have a beard. Now go ahead and do that. Take that same number and flip it over. And a good reference point is your earlobe. So wherever your earlobe is, boom, right here. Yours might be higher, mine might be lower, but use your earlobe as a reference. So I'm gonna go where that earlobe is, and I'm gonna go right there, go straight up, just like that. Let's remove some length. Right, that's it. Now we're gonna repeat that same steps going down to, so next will be a 3 guard, and then a 2 guard, and then 1 guard, until we get to the desired length that we want. So now we have the 3 guard on, which is a 10 millimeter, and we'll repeat the same step. Also grab your comb, brush through, and do the same thing. Lever closed. And when you're coming up, you don't want to go any higher than about top of your ear, okay? Especially with these long guards. The smaller guards, the lower you want to go. So that's done with the 3. Next guard will be the 2 guard, also known as the 6 millimeter. And I remember I did a beard video before, and someone asked, why do you go from a 4 to a 3 to a 2 to a 1 when you're going down? Why can't you just start with a 2? You can if your beard's not too long, but if your beard is longer, it's better to go down those steps, because sometimes when your beard is so long, even like with the top of the hair, when your hair is so long and you cut it, it goes into shock, right? So if you go ahead and just go straight to the 2, you might patch your beard, or you might just cut hairs that you don't want to. So it's better to go from a longer number to a shorter number gradually, just so you're slowly tapering it down instead of just shocking your beard or your hair, right? And I'm wearing a hat because I just got from work and my hair's not done. Didn't feel like doing my hair, so I don't want to hear the comments. Actually, I do want to hear comments because you get the engagement going, and I like it. All right, so now same thing with the 2 guard, closed. Okay, that's simple. And you can probably already tell a slight difference between this side And this side, just a little bit more flatter, not puffy. So it's looking good. Next, we're gonna go to the one guard. I'm just gonna skip to the one guard. And this time we're gonna open the blade, okay? And go down and then back up. And then we're gonna just close it and then I'll follow along, just follow along. So one open, okay? So it's a little bit longer. It's a 1.5 now. And when you get to the one guard, that's when you're really gonna start seeing the gradiency and the difference, because once you get under a 1, that's when the hair goes to like that lighter area. So anything past like a 2 or 3, depending on your hair texture, is gonna be more darker. And then anything under a 1 is when you're gonna go into that medium light area. So think of it from a color, you know, on the, say 2 and above is black, 0 is white, the 1.5 will be like a gray, all right? So it's gonna be a little bit in between. You're gonna start seeing that gradiency. Okay, so now, so before we're doing the earlobe up with the 2, now we're gonna go about right here. A little bit above with the 1 open and coming up, and then slowly about right here, we'll start to like kind of just taper out a little bit. You wanna go up, just taper out a little bit, just very lightly, okay? Don't wanna dig in, just very lightly, just like that, okay? Now we're gonna go ahead and close all the way, and we're just gonna mess around with this little middle area right here. Okay. And there you go. As you can see that difference. Okay, now we got a little taper. Looks a lot more flesh on my face. And I'm ready. I could go ahead and line that up. I go like that. Looks a lot cleaner than all this bushiness and longness. You could long hair right here, all right? So I hope that kind of helps you out. If you have any questions, make sure to comment down below. If you have stuck this far, make sure to hit the subscribe button because I really appreciate the support. We're about to hit 60K. The goal is to hit 100K, so thank you guys so much. And it's always good to use the corners too. A little bit of action on the corner, don't go straight sometimes, just to help out. Okay, so that was kind of like going from long to short. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go straight to the one right here to show you, you know, putting that guide in and then showing how I'm gonna kind of remove that. So as you can see, that's the one closed, okay? That's how I made that, all right? So that's if you just want to go in there, okay, this is the shortest I want to go. Now you want to start fading that out. So after the one closed, what you're gonna do is open it up and you're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go back and forth between them. I'll be going back and forth between the mirror and the camera, okay? So bear with me, but just like that, go a little bit more up. Now go ahead and grab that 2 guard. And for the 2 guard, you could go pretty much a little bit above the earlobe, like not even a ½ inch above the earlobe, just to be safe. So I'm gonna go a little bit above the earlobe and do that all with the number 2. So right here. When you have these guards on, okay, when you have these guards on, the clipper won't start cutting until it gets all the way down to here, because that's where the cutting blade is, right? That's where, this is the cutting blade. That's where it starts to cut. So if your hair is, if you're just touching your hair and it's going right here, you're not gonna be cutting anything until it comes all the way down to this cutting blade. So make sure you really feed all the way through. So say you wanna remove right here with a 2, you have to make sure you come all the way up until that cutting blade is there. Boom, now it's really gonna be cutting that hair, okay? So don't just be like doing this because it's not gonna do much. You gotta come all the way up to that cutting blade, and that's when it's gonna actually cut, because it's gonna feed through the guard and then get to the cutting blade and then finally start to cut. I'm gonna grab the number 3 guard next, do the same thing. And now with this 3, I'm gonna go to the earlobe. You still see a little bit. So if you're having troubles removing that, they do make these 1.5 guards, which is a 4.5 millimeter. That will definitely help you out with removing that. So same step. Back to the 1 guard now. Open first. And just start slowly closing it. A nice blend. Sideburns are definitely tapered down. Looks a lot cleaner and more maintenance. But that's pretty much it, YouTube. That's how you're gonna go ahead and taper down those sideburns a little bit. Clean them up after it's been, you know, a couple weeks to a month after your haircut and you just wanna clean it up. If I had to recommend which one to do first, or to, especially for beginners or when you're first trying this out, definitely go with the side where you go from longer longer guards and going towards a smaller guard compared to starting with a small guard going bigger, because it's a little bit more difficult. I'm a barber, so it makes it a little bit easier for me. But if it's someone at home, I would go from the bigger guards to the smaller guards, all the way down to whatever length you want. I could even go down to 0 if I wanted to, or a half. It depends on what length you want. But I want to keep it very simple, let you guys understand the steps. If you guys do want me to go over a video of doing like a bowl taper or like a 0 taper on the sides, I can go ahead and do that. Make sure to comment down below if you guys are interested in that. But that's pretty much it at YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you have been following, make sure to smash the like button. Comment down below what you guys want to see next. I'm gonna be doing more beard videos because a lot of you guys are liking the beard videos. I got some haircut tutorials. Comment down below what kind of haircut tutorials you want to see or hairstyles you guys would like to see. But that's pretty much it, YouTube. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Hope you guys learned something new. And like always, have a blessed day and see you guys in the next one, right? I'm out.